Welcome back to continuing coverage of the first annual Happy Valley Invitational. Game number 3 on our docket. Features two 16U squads of the Baseball U program as Central PA takes on Philly. Tom Wilms here. Thanks so much for joining us here on BFA. As Dylan Wagner's on the mound for Central PA. 6'8", 245 out of East Juniata High School. And right away, it's a 2-0 count. As at the plate is Alex Jenkinson out of Central Bucks West. Starting way early, by the way. And the reason for that is there's a chance of storms in the area. This is popped up, dropped by the pitcher. He can't find it. Oh, tough break there. As he was that close to his first out, instead it'll be an error. So Alex Jenkinson is able to reach on the E1. And here comes Ryan Kavanaugh. First pitch is bunted, first base side. Pitcher comes off. Nobody covering first. And it's an infield hit. Mental error after the physical. It'll be runners at first and second with nobody out. And here comes Jordan Chewy. So Philly will be off to a quick start. Getting a little bit of help. Tough break there for Wagner's. His first pitch is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. And talking about Wagner, by the way, on the mound, an imposing figure. And I had to look it up. As that is low for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wagner, 6'8", 245. And again, he's going into his junior years. Here's the 1-1. High for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bringing that in at 73 miles an hour. And some of the challenges with players of any sport of size is using that size to their advantage. Again, with his height, that's high and inside, goes to 3-1. If he figures out a way to use that, he can really start to bring some fastballs. But off to a bit of a slow start here. 3 ball, 1 strike count to Jordan Chewy. The runner's on at first and second, and the pitch. That's in there for a strike on the high part of the zone. And it's a full count. Chewy, 5'7", 130. Probably most likely play second base, at least to start off the game. So here's the payoff. Cut on and missed, and he struck him out. That was a good comeback there from Wagner after being down 3-1. So 1 out, runners at first and second. And here comes Logan Hines. And wind picking up. And chance of rain basically starts at 2 and goes all night. As that is high for a ball, goes to 1-0. But again, only a chance, so hopefully things miss and we get to get everything through. Here's the 1-0. And that misses as well. 2 balls and no strikes to Hines. Central Bucks South product, 5'10", 140. And first and second with 1 away in the pitch. Outside for a ball, now 3-0. Game time temperature 77 degrees, as you may be able to hear through the headset mic. A little breezy. Chance of rain hovering between 50 and 70%, starting at about 2:30, 3 o'clock. The 3-0. That's in for a strike. And it's 3-1. Jenkinson on at second. Kavanaugh on at first. The 3-1. Ground ball up the middle, off the pitcher's glove. Picked up by the second baseman. Shovels to second. Not in time. So the bases will now be loaded. And the coach is going to come out and talk to his hurler. Actually bring everybody in, it seems. As getting ready to hit is Joe Tiroli. Hey, trying to settle him down. He's getting just a couple of tough breaks there. And very simply, should be out of this inning. But sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So again, the bases are loaded with Jenkinson on at third, Kavanaugh on at second, Hines on at first. And they're going to charge an error on the play. So that's 2 errors in the inning. First pitch is cut on and misses. Tiroli tried to swing for the downs. Every player does it. First swing with the bases loaded. You want to be the hero and try to pick up the grand slam. Instead, it's an 0-1 counter to Tiroli out of Pennsbury High School. Big cut once again on a 75-mile-an-hour fastball that goes to 0-2. Tiroli, shortstop pitcher at 5'9", 167 for the Pennsbury High School Falcons. So here comes the 0-2. One hopper to the right side. That sneaks through into right center field for a base hit as Jenkinson scores from third. Kavanaugh right behind him. Going first to third is Hines. And Tiroli is on safely as it gets away in the infield. Throw to the plate. Out in time as it gets away again. And Tiroli ends up at second. It's now 3-0 Philly. Oh, tough break all the way around there as they have no choice but to add 2 more errors to the docket. That's 4 errors in the inning being charged to Central PA. As again, 3 runs coming to score on that play. And at the plate here is Lucas Mullen. Mullen at Council Rock North. And this will be fouled off. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Mullen. Catcher at 6'1", 180. The 1-1 pitch. High pop up, center of the diamond. The pitcher, Wagner, can't make the catch. So that is, well, it's going to have to be another error. That would be error number 5. And that will finish off the inning. But a really tough defensive inning for Central PA as they give up 3 runs on 1 hit, 5 errors after a half inning. It's Philly 3, Central PA coming to bat. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head down to the bottom of the first inning, 3-0 Philly. And on the mound for Philly will be Ryan Kavanaugh. As Kavanaugh's out of Truman High School, 5'10", 130 righty. So let's see if Central PA can get back into this thing after giving up 3 runs, all unearned in that top of the first. And the first pitch on its way to Braylon Quarter is on the outside corner for a strike. Quarter at Central Mountain High School. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's low for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. By the way, both of these teams did play yesterday, as Central PA suffered a 10-4 loss to Go-Wags, and Philly suffered an 8-6 loss to Scranton. That's high for a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. So again, we'll say it throughout the broadcasts here on BFA Sports throughout the weekend, but wins and losses not the biggest deal in the world. I think it's all about getting the notice. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. And that's a little high for a ball. Goes to 3-1 now. And Kavanaugh just 5'10", 130. He's bringing it at 80 miles an hour. So if he can add some meat to his bones and maybe one more growth spurt. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. That's in there. They bring it to 83 that time. Heavy fastball swung on and missed by Quarter. And it's 3-2. That leads me to believe that his mechanics are right on. Here comes the payoff pitch to Quarter. Swung on, foul back to the backstop. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Game 3 of 6 on the day. Hopefully the weather stays away so we can get it in cleanly. Right now it's just breezy and cloudy, but nothing looks all that ominous. Another payoff pitch due into Quarter. Foul back. And we go again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Quarter with a nice 4.0 grade point average. 5'9", 140. As we mentioned earlier from Central Mountain High School. A third payoff pitch. Swung on, it's a high pop-up back behind home plate. Catcher gives it a look, but it'll go out of play. Oh, good battle here between Kavanaugh and Quarter. And another payoff pitch is on its way. Check swing. Doesn't matter. It's low for a ball. So a leadoff walk here for Quarter. And up to the plate comes Dallas Alexander. It is Gino Paghetti. They have 2 number 8s. And I knew I'd get fooled by that one, as that first pitch is in for a strike. Paghetti out of State College High School, that is. And here comes the 0-1 as the runner fakes, swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Wind blowing things around here in the booth, including my scorebook. Just a quick step off to chase back Quarter. Paghetti at 6', 170. So here comes the 0-2. Fouled off to the right out of play. And we go again, no balls and 2 strikes. We play bottom of the first inning. 3-0 lead for Baseball U Philly, as they picked up 3 unearned runs in the top of this inning. That just missed outside at 81 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Paghetti. Look down at the shoes here by Kavanaugh. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. So after the walk to Quarter, he's able to nail Paghetti on strikes. His first strikeout of the game. And here comes Britton Marco. Marco out of Central High School in Martinsburg. Throw over to first, and that chases back quarter. .58, 175, middle infielder, catcher, pitcher is Marco. And the first pitch he sees is low and outside for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Marco with a 3.9 GPA. Keep that rolling. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, how many guys, especially in baseball, get a look at a top D1 school and they can't take them because of their grades. So keep them up. Throw over to first, chases back. So it stays at 1 ball and 1 strike. Shout out to the folks in the concession stand, by the way. Hot dogs were good. As the runner goes, the pitch is high for a ball. They throw it over to first, back behind him as he was heading back. Now heads towards second, not in time. An unorthodox steal of second, but a steal nonetheless. The catcher takes a chance when he throws back behind him. And at least if you throw ahead of him the next base, he goes back and nothing lost. So it's a man on at second. 2-1 count with 1 away to Marco. And a chance here for Central PA to get on the board, trailing 3-zip. Here comes the 2-1. High for a ball, 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1 here to Britton Marco. And the pitch is in for a strike. It's 3-2. Lurking on deck is Isaac Durandetta. Very patient approaches at the plate, though, with the walk and strikeout, getting into some deep counts. Here's another deep count, 3-2. Just missed inside. It's ball 4. Second walk given up by Kavanaugh. So with runners at first and second with 1 away. And here comes the aforementioned Isaac Durandetta out of Clearfield High School. 6'1", 150, middle infielder pitcher. First pitch to Durandetta is high for a ball as the catcher's got to jump out of his crouch. 1 ball, no strikes. This is lifted down the right field line, but that'll go foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Every hitter on this Central PA club is a righty. A couple of left-handed throwers. But a steady diet of right-handed hitters here for Kavanaugh and company to deal with. So here comes the 1-1. That's in there for a strike. It's part of the check swing, and it's 1-2. So quarter on at second. Marco is on at first. 4th batter to hit in the inning, Durandetta, trailing 3-0. So here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball misses high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Might have been a little inside as well. Look back to second by Kavanaugh. He's ready to go. As the runner's off, they look like they have him picked off, but nobody covering, so he's allowed to scamper back. It's a good play there from Marco. Actually, I was quarter at second. Marco's over at first. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, misses. That came in at 85. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. And he struck him out. Second strikeout for Kavanaugh. So 2 outs and the 2 runners on. Here's Dylan Wagner. Going to have 224, so we had to listen and make sure. Of course, with his size, hard to miss, as that's in for a strike. And 4 batters up. Nobody's been able to put it into play. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. An 0-1 count here to Wagner out of East Juniata. He reaches out and pokes this one foul. And it's 0-2. Look back to second again from Kavanaugh. And the 0-2 pitch. Just missed on a breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. High and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seemed like it kind of slipped out of the hands of Kavanaugh as he tried to wrap around that breaking ball. Infield, outfield, back, and straight away. The 2-2 bounced towards the right side. Scooped up by the second baseman. Throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left after 1 inning of play. It's Baseball U Philly 3, Baseball U Central PA 0. As you're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head now to the top of the second inning, 3-0 in favor of Baseball U Philly. First pitch from Dylan Wagner. And that doesn't make it. He needs himself a little bit in the way of better defense this time around. Again, 5 errors last inning. Did pick up a strikeout and only allowed 1 hit. So here comes the 1-0. High and inside for a ball. 2-0 count to Luke Hardknock. And the pitch on its way. Grounder up the middle, sneaks through the pitcher and into center field for a base hit. Second hit of the game for Baseball U Philly. So Hardknock, the Neshaminy product, is able to reach early on. Michael Morrow steps to the plate. Another Neshaminy Redskin. .58 140. First pitch, Limbo's out of the way of that one. And it's 1-0. Second inning of work for Wagner. So here comes the 1-0. Runner goes. Pitch is low for a ball. Throw to second is not in time. Stolen base for Luke Hardnock. Had a real good jump, and the catcher pretty much had no chance. 2 balls and no strikes now to Morrow. So second baseman comes over. And that pitch drifts outside for a ball. Goes to 3-0. Another 5 innings last inning. 2 are actually on the pitcher as that is yanked on the outside corner. And it's 3-1. A little late call, but call made nonetheless. And man at second with nobody out after the single and stolen base by a Hardnock, and a 3-1. Inside for a ball, ball 4. First walk given up by Wagner. So first and second with nobody out. And here comes Mikey Amrine. First pitch to Amrine ends up outside for a ball. And it goes to 1-0. The catcher moving around some defenders as here comes the 1-0. On the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike as they're playing Amrine to pull. But no shift. That is on the inside corner for a strike. And it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike count here to Amrine. With Hardnock on at second, Morrow on at first. Infield back, except at the corners. Breaking ball low, smothered by the catcher. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the first baseman off the bag, not holding on Morrow, but he's still even with the bag line. Here's a 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Second strikeout for Wagner, and it's 1 away. So now here comes Evan Hale, the number 10 hitter. First pitch to Hale pours in for a strike at 74 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. Hale, another Neshaminy product at a 5'9", 135, second baseman outfielder. So here's the 0-1. High for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. And part of the unique rule set, hour 50 time limit, no new half innings, can start after that hour 50. 6 batter max in an inning. Breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 1-2. You can have as large of a lineup as you want. With Hale being the number 10 hitter, he won't be the last. And again, free substitution is allowed as well. So here comes the 1-2. Inside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Hardnock off of second, Morrow off of first. And here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 2 straight strikeouts for Wagner. That's 3 in the game. And there's 2 away. So here comes Brian Henry. Henry trying to salvage something as it hits him. So that will load the bases. And now stepping to the plate. Again, just 1 away, but he's actually 2 away rather. He's the last batter. This is fouled off by Jared Laff. Laugh out of Central Bucks East, 5'9", 145, catcher, third baseman. And that gets away. He's trying to come in to score his hard knock, and he comes in on the wild pitch. Makes it a 4-0 game as Morrow moves to third and Henry moves to second. So gifted a run there, as Laugh is the final batter of the inning. So now a chance to drive in two more, as that gets away from the catcher. Trying to charge in is Morrow, and he comes in to score on a pass ball. That makes it a 5-0 lead, as Henry has made it all the way to third after getting hit by a pitch, going to second on a wild pitch, and then moving to third on that pass ball. Again, defensive woes continue here for Baseball U Central PA. The 2-1 count now to Laugh. And the pitch. Inside, has to jump out of the way of that one, and it goes to 3-1. Three-one pitch on its way. Inside, ball 4. And that is the sixth batter to hit. So that will end the inning. But 2 runs do come in on 1 hit and no errors. After 1.5, it's Baseball U Philly 5, Baseball U Central PA nothing. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. Brandon Derrick steps to the plate for Central PA. They trail 5-0 as Ryan Cavanaugh starts his second inning of work. First pitch to Derrick. There's a fastball high for a ball coming in at 80 miles an hour. And it's 1-0. Derrick, 5'11", 200 pounds from Hughesville High School. So here comes the 1-0 to Derrick. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Kind of a challenge fastball, a little bit up in the zone, but towards the outside part of the plate. Couldn't quite reach out for it. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Derrick. Full windup from Cavanaugh, and the pitch on its way. Swung on, it's a high pop-up, shallow right field. Going back as the second baseman calling off. Still backpedaling, makes a 2-hand catch. And it's 1 away. So with nobody on, here comes Ricky Clark. Clark out of DuBois High School. 6', 170. First pitch is swung on and missed. Another challenge fastball from Cavanaugh at 78. it's 0-1. 0-1 pitch to Clark. Fastball in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. I feel Kavanaugh is really feeling it there. Hat flying off, putting some extra oomph into that pitch. Now, do you challenge again, or do you try to get him to chase something? Catcher jumps a bit outside, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's high and outside for a ball. That slips out of his hand. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Clark. Baseball U Philly trying to get right back into the dugout after putting up 3 runs in the first and 2 in the second. They only have a couple of hits to show for it, though. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Kavanaugh, and it's 2 away. So here comes another number 13. I think that's Asen Carson. Yes, it is. And a couple of double numbers there. They're trying to trick us. That's a fastball at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Carson, a rising junior, Bellefonte High School. So here comes the 0-1. Check swing, doesn't matter. It's in there for a strike. It's 0-2. 6'2", 180. Outfielder pitcher Carson. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 in the game for Kavanaugh. And that one retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. And after 2, it's Philly 5, Central PA 0. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. Top of the 3rd inning, and the first pitch to Alex Jenkinson. Misses low and inside. New pitcher on the mound, left-hander Dallas Alexander out of Central Mountain High School, 5'11", 170. So here's the 1-0. Fouled off to the right of the play. 1 ball, 1 strikeout. Or 1 strike, rather, to Jenkinson. So he reached on an error and scored in the first inning. They do have final totals for the starter, Wagner. This is a ground ball over to short. Handling the tough hop well. Throw to first is well wide. So it'll be another error charged here to Central PA, their 6th. So Jenkinson reaches on an error for the 2nd time. And here comes Ryan Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh 1 for 1. Infield single had scored in the first inning. And the pitch from Dallas Alexander. High and outside for a ball. And it's 1-0. The starter, Dylan Wagner, 2 innings, 2 hits, 5 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So here comes the 1-0. Looked like he was taking the whole way, and that's in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kavanaugh out of Truman High School. So here comes the 1-1. Fouled off to the right and goes out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5-2-0 against 0-6. And sometimes that's how it happens. You have a real tough inning defensively, and it kind of snowballs. So here's the 1-2. Reaches out and swings and misses, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Alexander. So 1 out and 1 on, and here's Jordan Chewy. Chewy's 0 for 1, so he struck out swinging in the first. And the pitch. Lifts it the other way into right field for a base hit. Just inside outs it. As Jenkinson makes it to second. 3rd hit of the game for Philly. So it'll be runners at first and second with 1 away for Logan Hines. Hines reached on an error and scored in the first inning. So here comes the first pitch to Hines. Breaking ball stays high for a ball, goes to 1-0. 5 runs scored by Philly, and none have been driven in. 3 were the result of errors. The other 2 were a wild pitch and a pass ball. So here comes the 1-0. That's low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Hines. Central Bucks South. From the stretch, Alexander, here's the 2-0. High and inside for a ball, now 3-0. The last thing you want to do as a pitcher is to let the defensive doldrums bother you. Just got to try to pick up your team there. As all of a sudden, Alexander's lost the strike zone. So here comes the pitch. Swung on it, foul back, green light there with a 3-0 count. 3 balls and a 1 strike to Logan Hines. Amos is high and outside, ball 4. So Hines, his first walk given up. That'll load the bases. Philly has had the bases loaded in each inning as Joe Tiroli will try to make him pay. Tiroli's 0 for 1 as he reached on an error in the first. First pitch here is cut on and missed. And it is 0-1. Tiroli out of Pennsbury High School in Fairless Hills. As this is lifted in towards left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Scoring from third is Jenkinson. Right behind him is Chewy. He comes in to score. Diving it away from the tag is Hines. And on to second goes Tiroli as he drives in 2. And it's now a 7-0 Philly lead. So a 2-run single for Tiroli, again, who makes it to second on the throw. And 1 more batter to go in the inning, and it's up to Lucas Mullen to add to the lead. This is swung and popped up into foul territory. Third base side. Catcher there to have a look. Third baseman calls off. And that is batter number 6, 2 away, and that should finish off the inning as soon as they realize. And they do. We always have to wait just in case they want to fool us with the rules. So 2 runs do come in on 2 hits and 1 error. After 2.5, it's Philly 7, Central PA nothing. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. Moving on to the bottom of the third inning, 7-0 lead for Team Philly. Number 9 hitter will step up, Ethan Wolf against Ryan Kavanaugh in his third inning of work. Wolf out of State College High School, 5'10", 175. Outfielder catcher. First pitch outside for a ball, goes to 1-0. Kavanaugh's been more than solid in this one. A couple of base runners due to walks, but also 4 strikeouts. So here comes the 1-0 pitch to Wolf. High for a ball, overthrew that one. 2 balls and no strikes. And Kavanaugh did show off a nice fastball in the second inning, coming in the low 80s. But he's smartly slowing things down here. I think he recognizes that. He's getting a little bit amped up, so kicks around some dirt and regathers himself. So here's a 2-0 pitch. High for a ball, now 3-0. That kicking of the dirt and regathering didn't work. As all of a sudden he's at a 3-0 count. So Kavanaugh looks in. If I'm Wolf, I'm probably taking the whole way. As here comes a 3-0 pitch. Outside and low, ball 4. Third walk given up by Kavanaugh. So man at first with nobody out. And here comes Gavin Kendrick. The number 10 hitter. And the first pitch is in for a strike. And you're allowed to use as many as you'd like. You can even substitute them all the way around, which makes things very interesting. So here comes the 0-1. Runner takes off at first. Swung on and missed. Throwing over to second, and it is in time. Ethan Wolf nabbed, trying to steal second, and it's 1 away. And all of a sudden, this inning has turned completely around after the walk. The caught stealing and an 0-2 count to Kendrick. So Kavanaugh can go back to the full windup. And the pitch on its way. Just missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the reaction from the middle infielders, I don't know, suggested that they were looking forward to throwing it around the horn again. So here comes the 1-2. On the inside corner, and he struck him out. 5th strikeout for Kavanaugh. And just like that, it's 2 away. So here's Nick Bellink, listed as number 12, but we were told it was Bellink, and the first pitch, the appeal denied. Bellink, another State College product, 5'5", 145. So here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rain starting to pick up a little bit outside. And if it's just rain, they'll play through it, as long as it doesn't get too heavy. So here comes the 1-1. Outside and low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, once there's thunder and or lightning, it would be stopped. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. Low for a ball, 3-1. Well, to be honest with you, us being in a valley, you're going to hear thunder from miles and miles away, so they may not stop it for thunder. Lightning? That's a pretty good bet. Hopefully we don't get there. So here's a 3-1. Low for a ball, ball 4. Second walk of the inning and 4th of the game for Kavanaugh. So here comes Matthew Conklin. Throw over to first, and that chases back Bellink. And Wolf getting caught stealing earlier in the inning looms large here. And 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1 to Conklin out of Montoursville High School. 5'11", 195 righty. And the 0-1. Inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another 4.0 GPA. Must be commended. So here comes the 1-1. Runner at first takes off. Swan and miss. Throw to second, and it is in plenty of time. So 2 caught stealing here in the 3rd inning, and that one finishes off the frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 3, Philly leads it 7-0. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We move down to the top of the 4th inning. Luke Hardknock will lead it off. Dallas Alexander in his 2nd inning of work. And the first pitch on its way. It's fouled off down the right field line. And ends up bouncing away. 0-1 here to Hardknock, who is 1 for 1. As he singled to center, stole the base, and scored in the 2nd inning. 7-0 lead for Baseball U Philly. So here comes the 0-1. That is lifted into center field, and that drops in for a base hit. 5th hit of the game for Baseball U Philly, and the 2nd hit for Hardknock. Well, you may be able to tell it's getting a little bit darker out there. There's rain pretty much surrounding us, and hopefully it just stays that way. So here's the first pitch due in to Michael Morrow. First a look on over. Alexander deals. That's in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Morrow walked his first time up, walked and scored in the 2nd inning. So just in case you see a flash of plastic in front of the cameras, that's us working it out, making sure nothing gets busted. So here comes the 0-1. First throwing over to first, chasing back Hardknock. And he's already got a steal. So here comes the pitch on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Michael Morrow, the Chamonix Redskin. And both of these teams suffered losses yesterday, so trying to get back to 500 for the weekend. That slips outside, gets away. Hard off the makeshift netting, but Hardknock is able to make it the 2nd on the wild pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not only are the cameramen covering up the cameras, they're covering up themselves. So here comes the 1-2. This is low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Hard Knock leads off with second. The 2-2. That floats high for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And trying to avoid another big inning as Philly scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Here comes the payoff pitch to Morrow. Runner goes, it's outside and low, gets away from the catcher. And stumbling over at third is Hard Knock. I'm not sure if he would have been tempted to come home. But he does reach third on the wild pitch, and Morrow is the recipient of a walk. First walk, actually second walk, given up by Alexander. So runners on the corners with nobody out. And here's Mikey Amrine. Amrine 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the second inning. And we've talked a lot about the potential for rain. Well, it's going to affect the grip, especially for the pitchers. So here's the first pitch. On the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Aggressive lead at first from Morrow as Hard Knock takes the lead off of third. And from the stretch, Alexander. Runner at first takes off. The pitch is outside. Throw on over to second is not in time. It gets away towards center field, and Hard Knock comes in to score on the throwing error. So Morrow the stolen base. Error number 7 on the game. And it's now an 8-0 lead. Here comes the 0-1. Cut on and missed. And it's 0-2 here to Amrine. And the 0-2 pitch. On the inside corner, and he struck him out. Second strikeout for Alexander. And with 1 out and a man on at second, here comes Hale. Evan Hale out of the Chamonix High School, 5'9", 135. And a spin move back to second to chase back Morrow. Again, Wagner's second inning of work. As the runner takes off, the pitch is outside. And Morrow picks up yet another steal. Second steal of the game. Here's the 1-0. That's high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes here to Hale. 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the second inning. So we play here in the top of the 4th inning. As that gets away from the catcher, and coming in to score is Morrow on the pass ball. So Morrow, for the second time, scores on a pass ball. And makes it a 9-0 game. 3-0 count now to Hale. And the pitch on its way. High for a ball, and it's ball 4. That is the 3rd walk issued by Alexander, 2nd of the inning. And up to the plate comes Brian Henry. Henry hit for a pitch last time up. That was in the 2nd inning. The first pitch here is high for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Total of 5 walks between Dylan Wagner and Dallas Alexander. So here comes the 1-0. Outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. At this point of the 9 runs scored, only 3 of them, I believe, are earned. As this is swung and popped up, foul on the first base side. First baseman has a look, but it goes out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. Runner at first takes off, swung on and blooped foul on the right side. And that's another one that'll make it out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fifth batter of the inning for Baseball U Philly. Over to first, chases back Hale. Does take a pretty aggressive lead over there. Throwing over once again, forces him to get dirty. Alexander from the stretch. The 2-2. Runner takes off, swung on, fly ball out towards right field. And the catch is made. Throw to first is not in time. So 2 outs. And a man on at first, and here is Jared Leff, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is just 5. Unless I'm miscounting. I must have miscounted because after 5 batters, they're going to end the inning. As 2 runs come in on 1 hit and 1 error. So after 3.5, it's 9-0 Philly. So you're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head down to the 4th, bottom of the 4th, that is. And it's a 9-0 lead for Philly. The first pitch to Conklin is swung on and missed. Conklin was at the plate when Bellick was thrown out trying to steal. So he gets to regroup here at Montoursville High School, and the 0-1. This is outside and low, 1 ball and 1 strike. So last half inning, there was a bit of a goof. Only 5 men came to the plate, and they called the inning anyway. So here comes the 1-1. In there for a strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. But again, that is not the main point of the whole thing. Make sure these guys get all the reps. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung. It's a fly ball, center field, shallow. Charging in. The center fielder to make the catch. And it's one away. So up to the plate comes Josh Brown. Making his first plate appearance of the game. Brown of Bellefonte High School, rising sophomore. First pitch is a breaking ball in for a strike. It's 0-1. So Logan Hines on the mound. Starting his first inning of work. Ryan Cavanaugh went 3. The 0-1. Spun to the right side. Picked up. A little trouble with it. Good recovery. Throw to first in time. 4-3 put out with a bit of an adventure. And it's 2 away. So up to the plate comes Dallas Alexander. With 2 outs and nobody on. Cavanaugh, by the way, first 3 innings, no hits, no runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. And the first pitch, didn't have first strike, 0-1. Now, he only went 3, so he cannot get the win. But he pitched well, that's the most important part. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. As the rain kind of let up, which is good news. So here comes the 1-1. Yeah, it's a little bit low, maybe inside as well. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, it seems like it's going. That's how it's going to be the rest of the day and into the evening. On and off sprinkles. The 2-1. Hard ground to the left side, and that's through into left field for a base hit. First hit of the game for Central PA. And that just snuck underneath the glove of the third baseman. So here comes Tyler Wetzel. Wetzel out of Hughesville High School, rising sophomore. 2-1. Cut on and missed. A 0-1 count here to Wetzel in the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. Wetzel, as we mentioned, out of Hughesville. 6 foot, 150. 3.8 GPA. So here's the 0-2. Outside low, gets away from the catcher. So Alexander will make it to second on a wild pitch. First time they've had a man in scoring position since the very first inning when Quarter lit off with a walk and stole second. But he was stranded. So here comes the 1-2. Fouled off to the right out of play. And we go again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. From the stretch, Hines, and the pitch. As lifted into center field, that'll drop in for a base hit. Trying to round third and come in to score is Alexander. The throw to the plate is not in time. And on to second on the throw goes Wetzel. He gets an RBI single out of it. And Central PA is on the board, trailing 9-1. So with 2 outs, and now a runner on at second. A chance for Central PA to add more. And here comes Dylan Wagner. So batting out of order a little bit, which is, again, legal in this setting. 2-0 count. Wagner first time up. Grounded out to finish off the first inning. And the 2-0 pitch. Low for a ball, now 3-0. The 3-0. At the knees for a strike, and it's 3-1. And playing bottom of the fourth inning is the fifth man to hit in the inning. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. At the knees for a strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Wagner. So here comes the payoff pitch. Runner at second takes off. The pitch is outside for a ball. Thrown over to third, not in time. Oh, another walk issued. This is the first one by Hines. And here comes Ricky Clark. Clark 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the second. First pitch he sees, misses outside and low, goes to 1-0. He'll be the final hitter of the inning, as they have the 6-batter max rule in effect. So here's the 1-0. On the outside corner for a strike, it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Sneaks out of the catcher's glove as trying to score is Alexander. He comes in safely. On to second goes Wetzel. Actually, Wetzel scores and Wagner goes to second, but the bottom line is that's another run in, and it's 9-2. So Wagner on at second. And a 1-2 count. Pitch, that misses a little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 is at the knees, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Hines, and that retires the side. But 2 runs do come in on 2 hits. No errors, and 1 man left. After 4 innings of play, it's Philly 9, Central PA 2. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. Top of the fifth inning, and stepping up is Jared Laff as he faces Dallas Alexander in his third inning of work. And the pitch on its way. Here's a check swing foul. And it's 0-1. Laff should have been the sixth hitter last inning, but they cut the inning short by one batter. So he walked in the second. The Central Bucks East, the Patriots. So here comes the 0-1. Check swing, doesn't matter. It's a little high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Alexander came in the third. He's allowed 4 runs, 2 earned on 3 hits. So here's the 1-1. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. And it's 1-2. So here once again, Alexander fires. Right back to him. And thrown over to first. And it's 1 away. Actually, that's Gino Paghetti on the mound. He's another one wearing number 8. That's where we got fooled. But I know that Dallas Alexander didn't go from lefty to righty. So it is Paghetti on the mound. Do apologize for that. But he does get the first out. Now that first pitch is high and inside. Gets away. Alex Jenkinson at the plate. Reached on an error, scored in the first. Reached on an error, scored in the third. Popped up, first base side. The catcher dives and makes the catch. Flat out laid out. And just like that, it's 2 away. So with 2 outs and nobody on, here comes Ryan Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh 1 for 2. Infield hit, scored in the first. Struck out in the third. First pitch. High for a ball. Final totals for Dallas Alexander. 2 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. As that swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kavanaugh. Gino Paghetti out of State College High School, 6'1", 170. Fires a 1-1. On the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Kavanaugh. And playing in the top of the 5th inning here in State College, PA, the pitch. Reaches out and pokes this one foul to stay alive. And 1 ball and 2 strikes. From the Potter Township Athletic Complex in Center Hall, Pennsylvania. The 1-2. High and ducks underneath it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Get about a 10-minute drive to State College. And here comes the 2-2. Pop foul on the right side once again. Good job staying alive by Kavanaugh. And we go again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game 6 of a total of 15 being played at the complex. As here's a 2-2. Fouled straight back. Game 3 on the day. We'll do 3 more after this one. So we'll step up to the 17 U's next at 3:45. As Maryland Orange takes on Go Wags. So here comes the 2-2. Just missed outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Spaghetti's trying to finish off his first inning quickly. The 3-2 pitch. High pop-up, foul territory, but it'll go out of play. So another payoff pitch due in here to Kavanaugh. High for a ball, ball 4. His first walk. So with 2 outs and a man on at first, here comes Jordan Chewy. He's 1 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first. Single to the right and scored in the third. And the first pitch ends up outside for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Well, kids having fun here at the complex, enjoying the game. Throw over to first, chases back Kavanaugh. So it's not just parents and college coaches hanging around. So here comes the 1-0. High for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. And one neat thing about the complex is over on the first base side, there's kind of a hill over there. Again, there's no seats. But if you got a big crowd, you can all sit on the hill. The 2-0. Cut on and missed. Heavy swing from Chewy. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kavanaugh takes a very early lead and extends it. Pagetta takes a look at him and now throws on over. And Jordan Chewy at the plate. The 2-1. Breaking ball. Ends up dipping low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Not a big lead at first from Kavanaugh. Here's the 3-1. Outside for a ball. Ball 4. Kavanaugh to second. Chewy to first. Second straight walk by Pagetta. And it'll be up to Logan Hines to move him. Hines 0 for 1, reached an error, scored in the first, then walked in the third. Bouncer over towards short. Bad hop, and it goes off the heel of the glove into left field. Rounding third, trying to score is Kavanaugh. The throw to the plate is not in time. And that'll make it a 10-2 game. And that is a tough situation there. And there's been enough defensive miscues out there for Central PA, but that one was just a bad hop, and it'll be error number 8 on the game. So another unearned run coming in. First pitch to Joe Tiroli's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Tiroli 1 for 2. That sweeps across the plate. Quickly 0-2. Tiroli reached on an error in the first. And a 2-run double in the third. As this is swung on and lifted into left center field. The long run as it goes to the gap and heads to the wall. Chewy is in from second. Hines right behind him. He comes in to score. On towards third is Tiroli, and he'll go in standing with a 2-run triple. As he breaks this one open, it is now 12-2. As that will finish off the inning with the 6th man coming to the plate. Again, a 12-2 lead for Team Phillies. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. Logan Hines in his 2nd inning of work, and the first pitch to Ethan Wolf is outside for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Again, Central PA skipping around the lineup a little bit as Wolf walked and was caught stealing in the 3rd inning, and here's the 1-0. Grounded towards short, knocked down by the chest. Throw to first is in time. 6-3 put out, and it's 1 away. Again, certainly respect that. That was some good recovery. So up to the plate comes Gavin Kendrick. Kendrick 0 for 1 as he struck out looking in the 3rd. And the first pitch, cut on and missed, and it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Cut on and missed again. Similar breaking ball. And it's just like that, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung and fouled off to the right out of play. And we go again at 0-2. Yeah, 12-2 lead in favor of Baseball U Philly. As that swung on and missed, and he struck him out. So the second time Kendrick has struck out. Strikeout number 2 for Hines. And here comes Braylon Corder. Corder walked, stole a base in the 1st inning as here's the pitch. In for a strike is 0-1. Corder at Central Mountain High School. Deals with one low in the dirt. 1 ball and a 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Cut on and missed. Logan Hines working quickly. And it's 1-2. Yeah, a little bit of momentum here for Hines after coming in last inning. The 1-2. And that's bounced over towards short. Throw to first is in time. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We've played 5. It's 12-2 Philly. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We move down to the top of the 6th inning, and Gino Pagetta stays on the mound for Central PA. And the first pitch due in here to Lucas Mullen. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Steady rain out there, but doesn't seem like it's hard enough to affect play just yet. Might water things down enough and make it even better to play on. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed. 0-2 to Mullen, who's 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the first, then fouled out in the third. 12-2 lead for Baseball U Philly. So here comes the 0-2. Slips out of the pitcher's hand and hits him in the back. Tough break there for Pagetta because he had him down 0-2. Instead, leadoff man is on here for Luke Hardknock. Tough game defensively here for Central PA. First pitch to Hardknock. As high skims over the head of Hardknock, and Mullen will make it the second on the wild pitch. Of the 12 runs scored by Philly, only 4 are earned, thanks to 8 errors. And sometimes you have those games. It's just the way it goes. Hardknock is 2 for 2. And the pitch. Swung on, fly ball out to right field. Should be playable. Couple of steps back, makes the catch. And no advance after the tag. It's 1 away. So Hardknock, after singles and runs scored in the second and fourth. The F9 there. Here comes Michael Morrow. Morrow walked and scored in the second, walked and scored in the fourth, along with a couple of stolen bases. First pitch here is looped into left center field. That'll drop in for a base and split the gap going all the way to the wall. Lucas Mullen scores from second. Rounding second, heading towards third is Morrow, and he will dive in safely with an RBI triple. The throw coming in from the outfield was cut off nicely by the shortstop, but he lost his footing. If he was able to spin and throw, might have had a chance to get Morrow. But instead, after the RBI triple, it's now 13-2. So here comes Mikey Amrine. First pitch to him ends up high for a ball, goes to 1-0. Amrine is 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the second, looking in the fourth. That's high for a ball, 2 balls, and no strikes here to Amrine. So trying to avoid the hat trick here, Amrine out of the Chamonix High School. So here comes a 2-0. As outside and low for a ball, now 3-0. Pagetta in his second inning of work. Last inning gave up 3 runs on a couple of walks and a hit. All the runs were unearned. The 3-0. Outside for a ball, ball 4. That is the third walk given up by Pagetta. So it'll be runners on the corners with 1 away. And here comes Evan Hale. Hale 0 for 1 takes a strike as he struck out in the second, walked in the fourth. So here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, and that is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Yeah, right now it just seems like the rain is an annoyance. That's about it. The 1-1. It's bounced foul on the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And of course, easy for me to say inside the press box. Cameramen doing their best to stay dry, covering the cameras up as the rain picks up even more. And it's up to the umpires, I would believe, just like in a standard regular season game. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled off to the right out of play. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Yeah, it's going to be all about player safety. You can even see that the base umpire is kind of looking around the field, thinking about what he's going to do about this. He might be the crew chief. The 1-2. That is in there, and he struck him out. High part of the strike zone. So Hale Strikes out for the second time. First strikeout for Pagetta. And here comes Brian Henry. First pitch is low for a ball. Henry is 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch in the second. Flew out to right in the fourth. Here comes the pitch. High for a ball. Gets away from the catcher. Scoring from third is Morrow. There'll be no throw. So a 14-2 game. As we'll pencil that in as a wild pitch. By the way, Amrine makes it to second. Again, with rain out there, means the ball could get slippery. And we may have just seen that there. The catcher tried to jump out of his crouch to make a play. 1-0 to Henry. And that is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Here comes the pitch from Pagetta. Cut on and missed. Actually, a foul ball in and out of the catcher's glove. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Again, Pagetta trying to finish it off. The pitch. Hard grounder towards the left. Nice sliding stop by the shortstop. Throw to first is not in time. As coming in to score is Amrine. Makes it a 15-2 game. That is 6 batters in the inning, so it finishes off the frame. As that'll be another error charged as well. So in the inning, 3 runs in on 1 hit, 1 error. And after 5.5, it is now 15-2 Philly. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head down to the bottom of the 6th inning as Logan Hines starts his 3rd inning of work, and the first pitch on its way. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1 to Gino Paggetti. Paggetti is 0 for 1. That nips the corner as well. 0-2 to Paggetti, who struck out in the 1st inning. Logan Hines looking to work quickly here, dodging raindrops. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On the outside corner, and he struck him out. 3rd strikeout there for Logan Hines, and it's 1 away. So here comes Britton Marco. And it's just one of those games here for Central PA that everything's gone a little bit askew. And it's in there for a strike. By the way, the Central PA club will play again tomorrow at 8 a.m. against Scranton. And the breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. He steps out, steps right back in. Hines working quickly, fires. That's low for a ball. And we won't have coverage tomorrow, but there will be 6 games here between the two fields. Of course, let's not jump the gun. We've got 3 more games tonight. 3:45, 6 p.m. and 8:30. So here's the pitch. High and outside for a ball. I believe it's 2-2. See if we can get a confirmation. And we do. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not that we're in earshot of the umpires. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul territory. First base side. And, dropped over at first. And that's going to be charged in error. First error of the game charged. That just extends the plate appearance. 2 balls and 2 strikes. See if it makes a difference here. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner, and he struck him out. Second strikeout of the inning. That's 4 in the game for Hines. And it's 2 away. So the error does not make a difference. 2 outs, nobody on. And here comes Isaac Durandetta. First pitch to him. Dips inside for a ball. It goes to 1-0. Durandetta's 0 for 1. So he struck out swinging in the first. So here's the pitch. This is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And one thing with getting everybody a plate appearance in a lineup, again, 15 in the lineup here, that means some are only going to get 1. Some will only get 2. I don't think anyone will get 3. Here's a 2-0 in the dirt. And it's now 3-0. And Rain has been pretty consistent over the last inning or so. The 3-0 is in for a strike, and it's 3-1. But unless the field starts to really suffer, they're going to keep playing, or unless we see some lightning, which we haven't. The 3-1. Fouled back to the top of the screen, and it's now 3-2. That would make things very interesting because, again, we're on a schedule here. Hopefully we just don't have to deal with it. As Hines is ready to go. 3-2 on its way. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Logan Hines strikes out the side and now has 5 in the game. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left. After 6 innings of play, it's 15-2 Philly. And it looks like they are going to call it. So 6-inning victory here for Baseball U Philly. As they're now 1-1 on the weekend. Central PA, they drop to 0-2. Final totals in this one for Philly. 15 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. For Central PA, 2 runs on 2 hits and 9 errors. Picking up the win in relief, Logan Hines, as he goes 3 innings. Strikes out 5, including strikes out the side in the 6th inning. He gave up a couple of runs on a couple of hits in the 4th, and he also walks 1. Suffering the loss is Dylan Wagner. He got the start, 2 innings, 2 hits, 5 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Once again, our final score, Baseball U Philly picks up the victory. And that'll do it for us, but come back in about a half hour or so. 3:45 start scheduled. As we move up to the 17Us, Baseball U Maryland Orange takes on Go-Wags. Again, that's coming up at 3:45. For all of us here at Emory Field, outside of State College, Pennsylvania, my name is Tom Wilms saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.